So Mumbai run into table toppers Chennai as they fight for a place in the final of the IPL Season 8. Although the loser will have another chance to qualify, both teams will bring their A game to clinch the all-important win. Before we talk to our guests, here's what's on the line.
MS Dhoni's Chennai will face Rohit Sharma's Mumbai at the Wankhede, and at stake will be a berth in the final of the IPL. Dhoni's Devils were in blistering form right through the tournament, winning 9 games out of 14 played. Meanwhile, from no-hopers to second spot, Mumbai have remarkably turned their season around, and their emphatic win in the last game over Hyderabad just shows how dangerous they are. It's even Stevens when it comes to their head-to-head record. Both the powerhouses have clashed 20 times and have registered equal number of wins and losses. Chennai will miss opener Brendan McCullum, who returns home to be a part of the Kiwi squad. The onus will now be on the experienced Michael Hussey to set the stage on fire. For Mumbai, the form of Mitchell McClanagan will be crucial. He, along with Lasith Malinga, has forged a lethal partnership for the Blues.
It will not just be one game for the Chennai Super Kings and the Mumbai Indians, 2 opportunities to get to the final, and I think that will be a very relieving factor for the Mumbai Indians.
The winner will progress to the final, while the loser will get another crack to make it to the finals at the Eden Gardens on the 24th. Sports Bureau, headlines today.
All right, let's go across to Saurav Ganguly first up. Saurav, let's address the elephant in the room. How big a gap would not having Brendan McCullum be for Chennai in this match against a team that has all the momentum in this league now?
No, I think it's a big loss for the Chennai Super Kings because he's been in terrific form for the last 3 years. Brendan McCullum, he's been in terrific form this season for the Chennai Super Kings, and he will be replaced by Michael Hussey, who hasn't played cricket for a while. He's not a regular player. He doesn't play for Australia anymore, and now even for the IPL, the last game was his first game. So he will be missed, but I think Chennai Super Kings has enough batting in the form of Raina, Du Plessis, MS Dhoni, Dwayne Bravo. There is enough skill in that batting to take them forward.
Boria, Stephen Fleming, their coach, came out and said that, you know, he's expecting big things from Raina. All the spotlight will be on this man, isn't it? He's been, you know, the best batsman in IPL in 8 seasons. Not as good a season for him this time around by his own standards, but he's also someone who rises to the big occasions.
Absolutely, and especially at home. I mean, in foreign conditions, it's different, but on home soil, in known conditions, Suresh Raina is very dangerous. He's done it for Chennai time and again. He's done it in the IPL. Having said that, Shivani, I think it's Mumbai who start favourites in their own backyard, the Wankhede. They know it. Ricky Ponting and Rohit Sharma have turned it around for Mumbai. As you said at the start, they have the momentum and they will go into this match knowing no McCullum. If they get a couple more wickets, this Dhoni is not the same Dhoni of 4 years back. So if Mumbai get the momentum early, it can well be Mumbai in Calcutta on the 24th.
I was going to come to Mumbai Indians' home advantage. Of course, most teams in the IPL lead their home ground. Mumbai have, in fact, now won the toss and elected to bat first. And that brings me to the next question I was going to pose. 7 out of 9 matches that Chennai have won this season, Nikhil, has been batting first. That's been the way that they have set up their wins. So Mumbai batting first will put pressure on them?
Well, without a doubt, and don't forget, you know, this is the business end of the tournament as well, Shivani. If you put runs on board and you put a decent enough target, 180 odd, that adds to that extra bit of pressure. You know that you need to go out there and play your A game. You know, you need to literally start from the word go when you're chasing that sort of total. And I guess like Dada said, you know, McCullum not there. They don't have anybody to give that sort of start, or you don't see that.
Not that good a start that McCullum can.
Absolutely, for Suresh Raina to come in and play his game and Du Plessis as well. But on the other hand, if you look at Mumbai, with the momentum that they've got after losing those first 4 games, now they're on a roll. Simmons is doing well, Parthiv is giving a decent enough start. In the middle order, of course, Rohit, we all know what he can do. Pandya coming good, Pollard being used properly as well. I hope he gets to bowl more though. So, you know, Mumbai started looking like a package that they can be very, very competitive. Chennai, you know, will have to break a sweat or two to try and be more competitive against Mumbai in their own backyard.
And again, like you said, against a hostile crowd which is going to be backing Mumbai through and through. Now, the city has been converted into a sea of blue. Our correspondent Rasesh Mandani caught up with some fans outside the Wankhede Stadium before the start of this match. Listen into what they had to say.
Yes, it's always a big game at the Wankhede when Mumbai take on Chennai. Many look at it as a final before the final. So popular these two teams are. Before these guys head off to the game, tell me, what is the sense like? Who's going to the final?
I think Mumbai. It's also that when Mumbai play here, it's like the crowd is the 13th man and the 14th man. That's what everyone says. Wankhede crowd gets behind.
Playing the mighty Chennai team who've always reached the playoffs.
Yeah, but Mumbai also have. In the last, I think, we've been in the playoffs 6 odd times out of the 8 times. So
you share the sentiment of your friend Mumbai going
to CSK. I'm a big Dhoni and Raina fan, so CSK all Mumbai. She's not going to get support in Mumbai.
What do you think? Your team will be outnumbered at Wankhede?
No, CSK will win for sure.
They will. They're going to the final according to you.
Yeah.
Okay, who's taking the team through in the finals for Mumbai, you think?
Oh, well, I hope Rohit Sharma does his duty and takes Mumbai ahead. So we're counting on him.
Counting on the team to go through to the final?
Absolutely.
In many ways, this is a final before the final. 2 top teams playing?
Absolutely, yes. Chennai is a tough team to beat, but we are in Mumbai, so Mumbai will win.
Hopefully both of you will go back as friends once the game is over.
And we get one more chance as well. So even if we lose, we still can come in the finals. So it's all right. But we'll win, I'm sure.
A lot of these supporters, a bunch of friends, one supporting Mumbai, one supporting Chennai. That's the story at the Wankhede Stadium here. A lot of them hopeful that Mumbai has got this lease of life, getting through to this eliminator, this playoff, I should say, and hoping that a lot of them hoping that Mumbai go through. Back to you.
As the fans there mentioned, can it be tricky knowing you will have another chance? Saurav, as a captain, how do you go into a match like this, knowing that if you stumble, you still have another chance?
I think that's the biggest advantage of finishing in the top 2 in this IPL, and I think both Rohit Sharma and Mahendra Singh Dhoni will release the pressure thinking of that. I think the pressure will be off them because they know if they fail, if they don't play well, they've got another opportunity to get to the finals, and I think it will be on both of their minds. But obviously they would all want to play and win this game and get to the final at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. Also one thing which I was listening to Nikhil and Boria about Mumbai Indians winning the toss and batting. If you remember, in the group stage, Mumbai Indians won the toss, batted, put up a big score, and Chennai Super Kings just smashed them out of the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it hardly matters who wins the toss.
But there was McCullum then,
It's about how you play. Yes, exactly, and that's what we spoke at the start of the show, that without McCullum they would be depleted a lot. But also one has to see, I hope there is no dew in the night at the Wankhede Stadium. Otherwise, whatever total they get, it would be very easy for Chennai to chase.
Well, Rohit Sharma has said at the toss that the track looks fantastic and runs are crucial on the board. He says his side understands the wicket and wants to play fearless. MS Dhoni wanted to bowl first and fancies the chase on the small boundaries as well. But I was going to ask you, Saurav, how impressive has Harbhajan Singh been in this season? Most of his wickets have been opening batsmen, more than any other bowler in this season, and for a spinner to do that, that's quite remarkable.
I think it's good for Mumbai if Harbhajan Singh bowls well, and I think it's good for India as well if Harbhajan Singh bowls well, because he's a match winner. The more confident he becomes, the more it's good for the team. And I hope he stands up. He's a big match player. If you remember a couple of seasons ago when they won the IPL and the Champions League together in Delhi, Harbhajan Singh was outstanding. He took 3 wickets in the final in an over and completely turned the game around for the Mumbai Indians. And that's why he's been a special bowler for India. More than 600 or 700 wickets in all formats of the game. So Mumbai would be looking for him to deliver. And I say that not just with the ball, but with the bat as well. He's got the second fastest 50 in the tournament so far, and hopefully come the big match, I think his bat should also need to do the talking to send a message to everyone that he's still good enough.
Welcome back. Mumbai have won the toss and elected to bat first. Both teams confident really of making that spot in the final. Chennai may be the most consistent, the most experienced side in the league, but Mumbai have done it in the past as well. So they have that confidence. We spoke about the batting lineup, Nikhil. Which bowling lineup do you think is better? You have McClanagan, who we just heard there, and Malinga and Bhaji and Suchit in one side. You have Nehra, Vinay Kumar, Ashwin and Jadeja on the other side.
I guess a lot more settled bowling attack in terms of the Chennai side. You know, the spinners have done really well. Ashwin, Jadeja. Bravo is one person who brings on a lot of varieties. Ashish Nehra has had a good season. In terms of the more balanced and who's done well, I guess Chennai is a better bowling side, but with Malinga coming into form and the left arm medium pacer,
McClanagan's done really well in the last
That has made a big difference. That has really boosted the Mumbai bowling attack, as well as Harbhajan coming good. But in terms of overall, the question to answer for you, I feel Chennai might be slightly ahead in terms of their bowling.
Bora, you've already said that Mumbai perhaps start as favourites. What will be the one key in beating a side like Chennai?
You know, Malinga doesn't play in Chennai, so that's a big problem for Mumbai every time they go to Chennai. He'll play here. And they've got a settled bowling lineup now. I give a lot of credit to Ricky Ponting for turning this team around along with Rohit Sharma. That's what Kings 11 did not have in Sanjay Bangar. Stature matters, credibility matters. At home, in front of that hostile crowd, you asked Saurav about captaincy. It's not so much about captaincy, but the package that Rohit Sharma and Ricky Ponting does bring to the table. I think it'll be a difficult task for Chennai to contain Mumbai.
But I am going to ask Saurav, how impressed are you with Rohit's captaincy? We're already hearing he might captain the ODI side if both Virat and Dhoni, take a bit of a break for the Bangladesh tour. Coming up against a man, the captain cool himself, MS Dhoni?
I think Rohit Sharma, that's the first part of your question. I think Rohit Sharma, I thought, has captained the side very well. He's captained the side well under pressure. Also, even the year when they won both the IPL and the Champions League, Rohit Sharma did exceptionally well as a captain. And what stood out for me is the way he brought his team back, along with the support staff in Ricky Ponting and Sachin Tendulkar and Shane Bond and John T. Rhodes. They have loads of support staff, the Mumbai Indians, and altogether I think they've come back with the side well. Whether he goes to captain the team in Bangladesh, we'll have to wait and see, because the selectors have not announced the squad. In terms of the IPL captaincy, I think he's done a very good job.
But I cannot have Saurav Ganguly leave the show. Since I have you today, Saurav, I have to ask you, your name is also in the mix quite a bit, hearing about cricket advisor or director or whatnot. You have to set the record straight, exactly what is happening. Let Saurav answer once.
I'll answer that for you.
Saurav?
I think Boria will answer that for me.
No, we want to hear from you as well. You set the record straight for us once and for all.
I think I've always been straight, Shivani and Nikhil, and for the last 3 weeks I've heard my name in every position. Director, coach, advisor, every position my name has gone through. But I actually have not heard from anybody yet officially. And that's the truth. That's the official stance. And I'm sure Boria will say that, or Boria will vouch for that. Yeah. And we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Boria, very quickly, very little time.
Can I have 10 seconds, Shivani?
Yeah.
Saurav may not have heard it officially, and he is right in saying that, but within a week he will be cricket advisor for India. That's what we are getting, and that was near confirmed.
All right, we have both versions now, Boria, Saurav and Nikhil. Thanks a lot for joining us. But Saurav Ganguly reacting for the first time, saying he hasn't heard anything. We'll leave it at that.